17-4 win, and we came out a little flat. I think we, took them a little lightly. And they came out ready to play. They wanted to prove themselves, and they really did there in the first half. Then we buckled down, had a good talk at halftime, and the guys came out ready to go for loaded for bear there in the second half, and we took care of business. We said we want to get better every game. I think that game was a wash, and now tomorrow we're going to have practice and some film session, and we'll go from there. But like I said, it was a 17-4 win, so we can't be too disappointed. At the same time, I think we can be a lot better. And there's the opening comments.
Coach, what do you think was the biggest difference between the first and second half for you guys?
Just showing up and playing hard. I think we seen the game the other day, and Canada really took it to them, and we beat England pretty good. And it was a 9-7 game between those two teams, so I think we came out a little bit overconfident, not thinking we had to work for it, but they made us work for it, and the guys punched in when they had to. We had our backs against the wall there. They were playing really well, but the guys just took it to another level, and like I said, there's no style points at this point in the tournament. Get the 2 points and get the hell out of here.
What did the Czechs present to you guys at the start of the game?
Pardon me?
What did the Czechs present to you guys at the start of the game? What did they give you?
I think they gave us some alcohol. I'm not sure. Alcohol. Sure looked like it. I'm not sure, but what was it? Yeah. Okay. I couldn't hear her, but it wasn't alcohol, so it was. Like I said, you could probably ask her after. I didn't see it. I'm kind of getting ready for the game, but like I said, I'm not sure what they gave us. Sorry.
Randy, kind of a general question. What's it like after the slow start, being able to defend your home territory and playing in front of the crowd and your family and everyone else?
Just being a part of this, I think this whole tournament being here on Underdog, I think it's very special to each one of us up here. You're Native American, and it's the first time that it's ever been like lacrosse has been brought back home. So it's special. You got your friends, you got your family up here supporting you, and all the Native community throughout North America behind us. So I think it's good. Me? I don't know.
I can't even spell it.
I don't know. They're a good team. I thought they were a good team.
Like you said, I was really, I don't want to say surprised. We watched them play the other day, and I know they got some good players. But to come out here and, they really pushed us the first half. We were in a dogfight there, so they should be really proud of themselves. To be come here where these guys are playing since they're 5-6 years old, for them to come along and, like I said, they really gave us a go. It was, I don't know if Poulin got hurt or why they pulled him, but like I said, it was a tough first half, and but we're not going to take them lightly next time, that's for sure.
All right, guys, talk about the play of Angus in goal today. He really stood tall in a couple breakaways in the second half.
Yeah, I thought Angus bailed us out when we needed it on the back end, that's for sure. 4 goals, we were far from perfect on the back end. Every single guy on that roster is not happy with that performance. And, like I say, when we needed it, Angus was there for us, which is awesome. He's done it all tournament. It's nice to have that.
I think that our whole defense throughout this whole tournament has been spectacular. I think the offense needs to help them out more, but like the first half today, we couldn't really get the ball, score the ball more on Poulin there. So I think the defense has been playing tremendous. We hold the team to 4 goals, and that's pretty good. So I think they're tremendous.
So I want to ask you guys to talk a little bit about future games in the tournament. I know it's one game at a time. What do you guys think about European box cross this
specifically the Czechs in 2019, what's it going to take for that program to take the next step and not potentially knock you guys off, but really give you a game for a full 60 minutes?
I think I touched on a little bit. Like I said, these guys have been playing since they were 5 years old. Some of these guys are going to go back and have some good stories. I'm sure this is going to get covered pretty good in the Czech Republic, and some kids are going to pick up a stick and say, I want to be the next Pesek or Poulin or whoever. And that's how it starts and gets going, you know what I mean? Back in the day there, Six Nations was kind of it was down, and Iroquois Nationals were taking their whoopings in all these world tournaments. And now here we are, 30 years later, and we're laying some whoopings. So it's it takes a little while, but once you get that minor league started and the kids start picking it up earlier and earlier, they're going to be more skilled when they get to this type of thing. So, and again, they have a lot to be proud of after that game. And like you said, another 4 years, who knows what's going to come up out of their feeder system. So we're just, kind of glad we're catching them right now. And like I said, I look forward to a lot, more, like you said, a 60-minute battle from them. And those are the fun ones, when you get to play 60 minutes and someone, you really have to push yourself. So they pushed us today for 30. Like you said, next tournament, maybe it'll be 60.
So we played against Iroquois. At the end, it wasn't exactly what we were wishing to be, but first half of the game was pretty good from our side, and in the second half we had to slow down our guys a little bit because tomorrow is going to be our big game. So we didn't let them play on the full strength through the whole game. It is what it is, but first quarter and generally first half, I have to say that was pretty awesome from our side, obviously from Iroquois as well, but it is expected generally, but we didn't expect that we would be able to keep the play generally the way it was on the first half. And on the second half we start with our 18 years old goalie Tomáš Čekal, and I truly believe that I'm almost sure that he was fantastic.
It was awesome experience for me. This is the biggest moment in my career, and it's the biggest match that I should play. And it was there, so yeah, it was awesome. The guys.
Thomas, you opened up with some great saves, and you got across the crease really quickly. How were you able to adjust from coming from Jižní Město, playing in the Czech League, to coming out and playing against such a talented Iroquois team? And you really did very, very well from the first minute. How'd you make that transition?
It's such a different level than in Czech League, but I train in my legs to be quick and try to every time see the ball. And yeah, that's it. You must see a ball, you must be quick on legs.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Has Poulin been a helpful influence? Has he been teaching and coaching and helping you along, Mike Poulin?
Of course, Mike played very, very well. It was a great game of him, and he gave me a few good tips. What helped me, like position and goal and passing and all my feet steps. So yeah, of course, he helped me.
How much of an added challenge do you think is playing an Iroquois team who is on their native lands and trying to defend home territories? Is that an added challenge for you guys?
Can you repeat it? Maybe in the very beginning of the question.
Is it an added challenge to play an Iroquois Nation team that is on their land for the first time and bringing an international championship here for the first time? Is that an added challenge for you guys? Or was it an added challenge?
Yeah, sure. So for sure, this is first time when Lacrosse is home. Actually, Lacrosse came home, and since the very beginning of our preparation for this World Championship, we kept this in mind, that this is going to be on the native land, that this championship will be played on native lands, and that's really special, you know, to play Iroquois team here on this soil, and to keep the score in the first half under 3 is something unbelievable.
Absolutely. People here live for lacrosse. Everyone is very friendly, everyone cheering you. It's something really, really different in Czech Republic, where not a lot of people know the sport. Here is absolutely something different.